Okay, let's talk cookies. In celebration of National Cookie Day, I did not know there was such a thing, and I should have, baked a gigantic cookie in one of the characters on the show, Cookie Monsters. The cookie was 180 inches in circumference. How many yards is that? So what am I asked to start with? So I'm going to start with 180 inches. And I am being asked to convert that to yards. Now, just as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, I don't know that there is I don't remember seeing a single conversion. Oh, and we're not given one. So sometimes you need to use more than one conversion. For example, what I do have on my chart here is I have inches and feet in yards. So if I can start out at inches and then go to feet and then feet to yards, then I'll be okay. So in the beginning here, I know that I want to end in yards. I'm starting at inches, so I need to get rid of the inches. So I'm going to go to the conversion that gives me inches and feet. So my inches are gone. But I'm still not quite there yet. So now I need to go from feet to yards. So I use the conversion that I have 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. So notice I had inches in the numerator and then in the denominator. Feet and feet. But I knew I wanted the yards up here, so that's where I stopped. Okay, so if I do this now, this gives me 180 yards divided by 12 times 3, which is 180 divided by 36 yards, which is 5 yards. Okay, and what do I notice about the units? I mean, that's kind of an open-ended, but basically is that they all kind of cancel out on each other. And are the units you're being asked to convert to in the numerator or the denominator? They are in the numerator. So you always want to be thinking about that. Okay, so if I want to convert units, I start with the given amount. If not a fraction, write it over 1. Then I may have to convert it once. I may not be able, just like the one above, I may not be able to go directly from inches to yards. I have to go from inches to feet and then feet to yards. But I'm going to end up here with what I'm ending up with in the numerator and then the amount. So we want to convert 5 years to hours. Now, I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but I know I'm going to start with 5 years. And of course, I'm going to put it over 1. Now, where do I end up? In hours. So I'm going to leave myself some space because this is going to equal something in hours. If I look at my conversion table, what do I do with it? Okay. On my conversion table, let's see, I've got some time units down here. So I've got a year to days, but I don't have a year to hours. I have a year to days, and then a day to hours, and an hour to minute. Well, thankfully, it didn't ask me to go that far. So I'm going to have to do 2 conversions in here. Going to have to do 2 conversions, and this last one needs to end up with hours. The first one here, I want to get rid of the year. So I know from my table that 1 year is equal to 365 days. Okay, so yay, with that I got rid of the years. So in this one now, I am going to need to get rid of the days. And let's see what I have. I do have that 1 day is equal to 24 hours. So now my days cancel. So I didn't leave myself enough room here, dang it all. But what I end up with is 5 times 365 times 24, and this is all just over 1, which ends up at a whole bunch of days. 43,000, is that right? 43 hours. Okay. Be sure and mark down any questions that you might have, and we certainly can go over those. Now, currency conversion is, it's tough. It is for me, because I've traveled all over the world, and there are very few places where I actually really understood how much money I was spending until I got home and looked at my credit card bills, and it was like, ick. All right. We're going to use this table from January 2017. Now, once again, if you are tested on anything like this in your homework, you're going to want to use this table. If you are given a currency question on a test, we'll give you the conversion. Okay. Now, here's how you read that. All right. We are going to read this, and I've always tried to find some way to make this really thoughtful, but it doesn't always work. Okay. This 1 British pound is equal to $1.21 US. 1 Canadian dollar is equal to 76 cents US. 1 euro is, so you can see this is the dollars per one of these. 1 yen is equal to 8.5 cents. 1 peso, oh, I'm sorry, that's 0.8 cents, is equal to 4.5 cents. Okay. All right, if I'm going from foreign per dollar, what this side of the table means is that this is a British pound, and this is equal to $1. A Canadian dollar, $1 US is equal to $1.318 Canadian dollars. Okay. A euro, $1 is equal to almost 1 euro. $115.5 yen is equal to $1. And almost 22 pesos is equal to $1. So this is the best way that I know how to use this. But here's the interesting thing about all this. There's going to be some discrepancy because that's just the way international finance works. If you set this up as a ratio, if you set this up as $1.21 is equal to 1 British pound and set this up as a ratio, if you set it up here, it gives you a little bit different. Okay, and again, that's just the way the conversion, going one way, you can end up with more money than going the other way. I'm not an international finance person, so I have no idea why. Okay. All right, so if I have, this shows here that $1.221 is equal to 1 British pound, or you can write it like this, or you can write it upside down. if I am doing it from here, this is British pound, and this is equal to $1. So 0.8191, and I'm going to call it British pound, is equal to $1 US. Now, once again, it says that I am going to be able, if I want to go between the euro and the US dollar, I can choose from either one of these columns. I can say 1 euro is equal to $1.058, or I can go here and I can say $1 is equal to 0.9449 euros. And you can use either one of these. And then, of course, you have the other two forms where you put euro over this, this over euro on either one of these. But if we want to start by finding out how many euros is $200 worth, this is our beginning. So I'm going to start with $200 over 1. Now I know to end up with euros, what am I going to have to do here in the middle? I am going to have to get rid of the dollars here and put euros here. And I can use either one of these that I want. I'll use 1 euro equals $1.058. My units canceled. So this becomes 200 divided by 1.058 euros, which gives us 189.036 euros. Now, if you do this one, you end up with 188.98 or something weird like that. Okay, I thought I could get done, but I can't, so I'm going to have to stop this.